Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Memphis Grizzlies playing against the Chicago Bulls. Alongside Richard Jefferson, Craig Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we got another seat right here in the NBA. No better insider than Shams Charania. Hey Shams, great to have you with us.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's great to be here. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Look at Richard Jefferson. He's like a kid in a candy store. He cannot wait to talk to you.
Yes, we love RJ.
And a look at the injury situation. 2 players injured. One of their stars is out. Something they're going to have to overcome tonight.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
He's checked in for the Bulls. Terry comes in for Kobe White. And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David, and that's something you got to have in this NBA. Terry outside. Pass to Vucevic. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. They double him with Bain. Terry kicks to Giddey. 5 to shoot. No one near Herder as he lets it fly. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Always finding a way to get the ball in the hoop. Herder can spot up all over the place.
Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against the Magic. Nice shot by Terry.
Always has his head up, Giddey unselfish with it.
Memphis leading by 5. From way outside. Bain, no good. Bulls trail by 5. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like. Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. Knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
Memphis leading.
Yeah, easy call.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And both free throws good for Terry.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's Edey. The rebound by Dosunmu. Terry against Kennard. Nice shot by Terry. Terry's got 14 points for the game.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front, up 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
You've got Santi Aldama. Jackson is out there with Edey. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Shooting 1.
So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. 6. Now here's Terry. He's got 14. On the wing, Terry. Collins, that's a 2-pointer. That one's good from the corner. Collins has got his first basket of the night. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Bulls. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And really an odd series between them a year ago as they couldn't get a win in either meeting.
Nice shot by Terry. Well, expansion is coming, Shams. Is the league ready, in your estimation, for some more cities and new teams?
The NBA seems to be ready. I think I'm ready. Kevin, are you ready? Because the last expansion was, what, 20 years ago? That's the longest wait for this league since it began. And so I think Adam Silver and this league are going to take their time and really figure out exactly where they want to expand to. But the question is, Kevin, are you ready?
I am always ready. I know the league is looking even overseas or even maybe south of the border for a possible new entrant. But the league has got so much talent on the bottom half of these rosters. I definitely think it's time.
And there's a great appetite, a great desire for a lot of these cities, not only in the States, but also abroad, like you said, to go bring in an NBA team to their city and bring some of the talent, the marquee names to their city.
That'll be terrific.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Dosunmu. It's stolen by Aldama.
You know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
To the left wing. Kennard against Ball. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Now just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, Ball knows his team relies on him to get his own shots too. So he works to find his looks.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." And Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. So far, haven't missed any. And the first one at the line is good. Clark. He's checked.
Lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Buzelis. And it goes down 2 points. Buzelis has got the game tied up here for Chicago.
And how about that finish by Buzelis, the rookie, getting it done?
No good from Clark.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Nice shot by Terry.
They are just killing him on the interior.
A shot for the Bulls. The overall approach has seemed to be steady as she goes. Stay in our lane. Business as usual. But do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, a more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. A lot could happen with this team. Good stuff. Stolen by Pippen. And here are the Bulls now, trailing by 2. And it's Terry off the drive, and the layup falls. Terry's got 8 points in the quarter.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. To a close. Grizzlies lead by 6. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Chicago Bulls.
They were sloppy, gave the ball away too much, and that comes down to one thing: focus.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shaq. I was distracted. Focus.
Did you say something, Shaq?
Yeah, my focus was deterred.
What did you say something, Kenny?
What?
Yeah, I said focus. I said focus, not I want to kiss. Focus.
And another important topic, injuries. Let's take a look at what's happening across the NBA.
With Tyrese Halliburton out, they lose one of their primary catalysts. He makes his offense run so smooth.
Yeah, he's one of the rising stars in this league, Shaq. He affects the game in winning in a big way.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Again for Memphis. Santi Aldama comes in for...
Has been off the charts.
Terry looking over the floor. On the wing, Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. Looking for Terry. He gets it there. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there.
He's checked in for Dosunmu. So he makes one as the second one misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Giddey. The finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
For a wing, Herter has always been a very good facilitator. By no means a ball stopper.
Points here in the second half.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Terry. A beautiful reverse layup.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. G.G. Jackson left in the third quarter of the game. And there's Terry. He has 29. On the wing, Giddey. Terry against Kennard. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's 31 points for Jay.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Terry outside. Back to ball. Inside. Bain against Terry. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Count it. Giddey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
to the inside. Ball finds Terry. Pass to Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. Giddey's got his third basket of the night. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
It's not going to be easy. We got to stay with it when it's not going well. We're all right. Come on, a lot of time.
This leading by 14. Aldama passes to Kennard. It's rebounded by Herter. Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Back to Terry. A second chance effort. Tries yet again. Yep, that one goes. Terry's got 33.
For his sake, I hope they can come back. You hate to see the performance he's having be wasted in a loss. NBA teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Pippen's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Vucevic is checked in. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Terry. Pass to Pippen. And now here comes Terry leading the break. There's Ball with the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
This is why Ball takes a good amount of threes, because he's very accurate and confident from there.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you later.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were a seventh man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious fourth grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career waving towels at the end of the bench.
You know what? You've been selling me short since college, man. How about this? We could have won a championship, but you looked me off to take a double-team 30-footer at the buzzer, buddy.
For the last time, Russell, you weren't open.
I was open.
Guys,
I was open. I was wide open.
Just, if I may, can I just say, wowzers. I'm so looking forward to learning from both of you. And more data is always important, even when it's something as unquantifiable as trash talk.
Shut it, Toby!
Okay.
Let's start the segment. Don't trash talk if you can't back it up. There's nothing worse than writing checks with your mouth that your game can't cash.
That's what I'm saying. Not only does it make you look like a clown, but it demoralizes your teammates.
You'd know all about demoralizing your teammates, wouldn't you, Russ?
Oh, you would like to think so, except that my basketball skills were so superior to yours my entire career that you couldn't even hold a candle to me, Jalen.
Guys, if I may, just to put some perspective on this, there are only 525 athletes in the NBA at any given moment. And FIBA estimates there are 450 million basketball players worldwide.
Wow.
Which means you're in the top 99.9% of players by just being in the NBA alone, which that's a pretty impressive stat, Jalen.
Toby.
Yes?
Enough.
Oh.
You already won the lottery by marrying my sister. There's no need to suck up to Russell like this. It's unseemly.
I'm not sucking up. I want to make sure everyone feels like they have value, and I'm just following the data and seeing where the facts lead. You know what?
Shut it, Toby.
Okay.
Do keep your trash talk about the game. We're all competitors here. But there's no need to bring up family, friends, or physical attributes. In other words, show some class.
Jalen, you literally just brought up my wife.
Yes, Toby, but I did it with class. And besides, this is television, not basketball. Anything goes.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me? Oh my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now, remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs, too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, this is a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.